going to be going over the descriptors for complex crashers today inside of the Tabletop Simulator game. Remember, you can also download the complex crashers from the workshop on Tabletop on Steam. But let's start going into each one of these descriptors. The little symbol that looks like a sort of radar ping indicates sweeping. This means that each single dice, being the 5 dice, within this attack are its own dice group, which counts against certain enemies that have inertial barrier or something else, which we will go over in another video. The crossed sword icon means melee. This means that this action can only be used within that own tile, or within that own region. So green here can only do melee actions in his region. The symbol that looks like a man crouching under a table with a no sign over it indicates arcing. This means that attacks with the arcing symbol do not count cover into its calculation, the cover bonuses within calculation. The explosion symbol that looks like these tiles over here equals area attack. This means that when you activate an attack ability or option that targets a region with multiple targets, you have to roll the amount of dice times the amount of targets. So in the case of Debris Storm, it is 2 dice per target in the area. So purple attacking this region, there are 3 targets. That means there will be 6 dice being rolled, and you can split those evenly as you like. And you have to split the dice evenly between each target, so 2 per target with Debris Storm. The dice symbol on every attack action or most attack actions indicates how many dice you are rolling. On a defender card, the little yellowish orangish, it's more yellow, chevrons or lines is the deployment amount. This means that is the amount of defenders that can be summoned per deployment through reactor charges. Armor and defender health thresholds. Armor is the amount is how high their armor is, of course, but for Steel Rippers in this case, you need to roll above a 3 to damage a Steel Ripper, and Steel Rippers have a kill threshold of 1, which means that you only need to deal 1 damage within a single attack action. Reactors have health and armor as well. The armor works the same way, but reactors can be damaged and chipped away at without resetting their health. Because if you were to damage, say, a Panther turret for 1 damage, and it's on 1 health left, it would go back up to 2 within that 1 action, because it was not killed within 1 attack. Operatives have the same style of health that a reactor has. You can be chipped down from 3 to 2, and you won't go up unless healed in some manner or way. The little exclamation point on the armor trackers and boards that you have for the operatives, like this armor board, is the exhaustion amount. So if I were to use all my action points to go down to 0 and go even farther, you would then go 1 more after -7, I would become exhausted. That means that I cannot activate or react to any other abilities for the rest of the initiative until my next initiative. The yellow and blue symbols on cards indicate an action or a reaction. Yellow symbols are actions which can only be activated on your own initiative and can be reacted to by enemies and your own teammates. The blue circled ones are reactions. These ones can be activated based on the state of what it says below. So for quick suppression, it says a complex defender activates an attack ability or enters a region. So that is the only time quick suppression can be activated. Reactions can react to other reactions and can react to normal actions as well as movement and such. On units such as the Panther turret, they both have actions and reactions as well, but some are filled in with white on the inside. The ones that are filled in with white are upgraded actions, so the only way to activate those two abilities, the Panther turrets would have to be upgraded through the course of the game. The last thing to talk about with descriptors and symbols on symbols for at least this part is the negatives. If you use so if I'm on 0 and I use the action Fire Jackrabbit, I'll go down to -2. I will then give the complex manager 2 AP on whatever color tracker, and let's say I'm green. I would give 2 AP to the complex manager's green tracker because I am overexerting myself. I believe overexertion. Yeah, you're overextended overexertion. It's around about the same thing. But you never want to go too exhausted because you will not be able to react to stuff as easily. But if you use, so if I was on 0 and I used quick suppression and went to -1, you would think that I would give an AP to the manager. No, because it is a reaction, it does not count as giving the manager AP because it is a reaction and not an action. But what about cards like Inertial Baton that have both blue and yellow? This means that whenever you use, so if I'm on 0 AP and I'm going negative, using it for an action or a reaction, if I'm using it for an action, I give an AP to the manager. If it's a reaction, I do not. It's dependent on whether or not you're using it is a reaction or an action. Other than that, that is all of the attack descriptors. The only other little things that I can go on about are these little symbols on each individual defender unit. These would be the gears at the top of the cards. A single gear means tier 1, 2 gears means tier 2, and 3 gears means tier 3 next to their names. This also counts for weapons, trainings, and accessories for the operatives, where Explosive Expert is a tier 2 training, Assault Rifle is a tier 2 weapon, and Mobile Reactor is a tier 1 accessory based on the gear in the bottom right, or the 2 gears here and 2 gears here in the bottom right. That is all, I believe, for all of the descriptors of the symbols and such. I hope this helps you, and thank you for your time, and have a good day.